A very good afternoon from the Aegina Island in Greece. This is Kara Martinez, Director of Love Without Borders. We're incredibly happy to welcome the students and faculty from Hofstra University for the second year. So great to have you. And we're excited to discuss about our week together working alongside in the Love Without Borders Gallery and your experiences. So welcome, everybody. Thank you. How was your time in Greece? Can you give us some highlights about your time and working alongside Love Without Borders?
Um, I really, thank you. I really enjoyed my experience. I would say it's definitely something that's forever like changed me as a person. I don't. My name's Anaya Fuencio, by the way. I am a senior at Hofstra University, about to graduate in May. Yay. Um, it's definitely something that I can't describe into words exactly how I feel. I feel like the people who experience this know exactly how each other feels about it. Um, Definitely the highlights was seeing the refugees, hanging out with the refugees, helping them, and also experiencing Greek culture. I never like knew that the desserts that we get afterwards all the time, the digestive stuff that we get all the time as well. It's like very new to me. Like I've never experienced that, so that was really cool. Also the food. The food is really good. I think I ate the most on this trip than I have my entire life. So, if anybody else wants to know, anybody?
I did truly. Oh, my name is Philomena Awadala. I'm a junior at Hofstra University. I think I truly appreciated the experience to give back in a way that we don't fully have access to at home in America and New York. Um, Seeing the little and big impacts that we had on the refugees, both the children and the parents as well, was very touching. It was extremely eye-opening and an important reminder to be thankful for what we have, but also to be conscious of what's going on around us. To also think about even when we leave, how we can help close or far. I think it's important to do whatever you can, and I'm super thankful that I even had this wonderful group. How everybody had something else to give, something special, and I think each of the refugees was touched by one of us in more ways than we can even understand. So yeah.
My name is Emily Tatram. I'm also a senior on this trip. It is my first time in Europe and in Greece as well. And I really appreciate the opportunity being able to work with Love Without Borders and having just the privilege to be able to give back in such an environment. I think it was a really impactful and eye opening experience being able to give back to the refugees. And even if it was just for a few minutes, 10, 15, an hour, it was impactful for, if not just one, many of them. I think being able to give back to such a community is definitely fulfilling. And as a nursing student, I think being able to give back and even help in any way possible is very important, just as a human in general.
My name is Arlene. I'm also a junior at Hofstra. I think this experience, there's no way to really describe, there's no words. All I can say is fulfilling, but I feel like that word doesn't even describe what I feel about this experience. And it's one of the best choices I've made. It really is. And it really showed me why I really went into nursing. So I hope that I can do this more going forward and really help out people in more ways than I can imagine.
My name's Calliope. I am a junior at Hofstra. Just being on this trip was such a great experience. Being able to see Greece in a different way that I never knew I could, especially being from here. Just being able to have this opportunity and give something back to people who don't have much or anything at all was just great to see and great to just give back.
My name is Tanika Smith, and I am faculty member for the students here from Hofstra School of Nursing and Physician Assistant Studies. I feel very privileged to be able to come on this trip once again and work with Love Without Borders. What I find very unique about this experience is that we couple artwork, well, Love Without Borders couples artwork with in giving back in helping the refugees and providing services to them in need. And what our students did was come from the United States to help in a special way by doing health assessments, working with the children, playing with the children, and we took them shopping, just doing things that are impactful. I think for overall, it's transformative for them. I think that they may think that they are doing a little bit, but it may be a lot to those who are in need. And I don't think you will ever understand the impact that you will have when you do this type of service. I've done medical missionaries all over the world, and um, this is one of my favorite stops. And also just even being able to enjoy the culture a little bit, get the historical sites that we viewed. We're on an island, Aegina. Aegina. I'm learning the Greek language, and I'm just grateful. Words really, as one of the students said, Arlene, you can't put this into words, the experience that we have been having here. And also the camaraderie. We're working with Love Without Borders. They put so much effort into helping the refugees in Greece, and I am so grateful that we get to partner with them.
Hi, my name is Dr. Chanel Grant. I'm also a faculty member here from Hofstra University School of Nursing and Physician Assistant Studies. And this is actually my first time in Greece and my first time on a mission trip like this. Two of my bucket list things were hit in this trip, and the experience was phenomenal. It's really nice to be a part of something bigger than myself, bigger than our university, bigger than just the United States. It's great to be able to provide impact on a global level and across many nations because a lot of the people we saw were from multiple different nations. It was also very humbling. A very humbling experience just to see when you it's one thing to see it like on TV or see it on the news, but to see it in living the experience, it's just undescribable. So I think it was definitely an amazing experience. I want to thank Love Without Borders. I also want to extend the most thanks to Kara for even partnering with schools, partnering with us at Hofstra University to allow not only faculty but also students to experience what global health looks like and how to make a bigger impact outside of themselves. So I thank you for that. Here we go.
Hello, my name is Samantha Cusano, and I'm a junior at Hofstra University. This experience has been so eye-opening and unbelievable. I can't even put it into words what this experience has meant to me. I just feel so blessed. And for not only what I have, but that I had the opportunity and privilege to be able to do what we've done. Um, I was just so impressed with how gracious and kind the refugees were. They were so grateful for the bare minimum that we were able to provide for them. So I just feel so blessed, and this experience has made me want to continue um, and in future times, and I hope that I can continue to make a difference.
So with many organizations around the world, you get experience volunteering and spending your time with people that are displaced. What are your thoughts about having an art project? This organization, Love Without Borders, that we run here in Greece, is primarily focused on art as a tool for healing, financial independence, and empowering the refugee community. What was your experience with the art? Were you surprised to see how we use art to support the refugees? And if you can give us a little bit of background about the day that we spent with the children and creating art with them.
So art, I didn't really think would be so important as it was, and seeing these families, the parents especially, even the kids, just draw things on paper on the canvas was just so amazing to me because you don't realize what they portray on the painting. It could be their trauma, it could be what they see for their future. They were just able to express themselves in a different way that I never even put into thought because, we draw all the time for school, for a bunch of other things, and we don't really realize that these people just being able to put their thoughts onto paper or onto the canvas makes such an impact for them, and it allows them to express themselves in a different way that they're not able to express due to the fact that they are trapped in this refugee camp.
Um, I think my initial thought when seeing the art, in Love Without Borders and how it was being used, um, it made me admire Kira for her artistic and creative mind to see that something as simple as art that so many people do for fun can be used as something to de-stress and relax a refugee while being able to also kind of reveal where they are psychologically in their trauma to see how they can be helped. But I think the thing that I admire most is that all of the artwork from the refugees goes back to them 100%. There's not a single percentage that's taken. There's no tax, there's no nothing. It's something that they used to cope that is in turn helping them to grow and take them further in ways that they can't access through work or they can't access through anything else really. Other foundations don't really have an outlet like that, and so I thought it was incredible.
Yeah, it just made me feel like I want to contribute to that. So all the pieces that I'll be doing for the rest of my semester, I do want to donate that to you as well, Kiara.
It's amazing. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, my name is Sandy Duyard. I'm a junior nursing student at Hofstra University, and this experience has been super surreal for me. I find that the artwork was like a way of them expressing themselves, and it spoke louder than words. It helped them basically express their creative thinking of what they've experienced, and that was just so beautiful to me. I think I'm leaving this trip knowing that I made an impact on some of the kids, and I'll just carry that along my nursing journey, my nursing experience. So yeah. One quick thing that I'd like to add is I think it's so beautiful that the refugees get to make something tangible and then sell it in return for money. I feel that I would imagine that they feel powerless at times being in their situation. So for them to be able to take charge and actually be able to partake in making revenue to support themselves and their family, I think it's so beautiful.
For those of you that aren't familiar with our organization, we offer art tools, canvas, acrylic colors, and paintbrushes to the refugee community here in Athens, Greece. We don't have any influence on their art. We're bringing the art tools to them and letting them create. It's very organic, it's very authentic. There's no age limit, there's no limits. And it's really beautiful because we have so many people asking us for food and for accommodation and medicine. And the best way for us to help them is to let them help themselves. And I think that's our mission with Love Without Borders, is to support them until they get their feet on the ground. And as she just mentioned, that they have something tangible. This is their creation. We don't take credit for that. This is their art. And we need to value their creativity, their art, their person, and empower them, women, children, men. And for every painting we take, I'm a flight attendant and I travel around the world and do pop-up events. And we're able to sell that art, give 100% back to that artist, and really empower our community. So it's really a wonderful way. And we're excited to be able to take the art collection all the way back to Long Island. How do you feel about hosting a pop-up art event in your community? And are you excited to talk to your peers, your community, and your parents about your time in Greece?
I think for me, what I really like about the art therapy is that it has a rippling effect. And now that you just made mention of this, I didn't even think about this ripple, right? So, like, it provides outlets for refugees, it provides sustainability, it empowers them. But now we even get to take it across seas and use it to share their stories to other people. Like, talk about global impact. I like that when uh, children, adults, when they get a chance to creatively design what they feel through art. We actually send, I think it's called info cards, or she makes them fill out info cards, which I think is so phenomenal because it doesn't take away their name and who they are as a person. Like, their spirit gets to travel with them so that when you buy their art, they're a piece of that art wherever it goes. So I'm really excited about it, especially since one of the pieces spoke to me. And so I'm looking forward to attending and participating in the art show and hopefully being able to purchase some of the art that's coming back with us.
I think the thing that I'm looking forward to the most with the art show is one, being able to share the stories of the refugees, but two, bringing to light what so many people may not even see or understand or comprehend. So, even speaking for myself, I knew about the refugee crisis, but I didn't know the extent. And without seeing it with your own eyes, you truly cannot feel with empathy what somebody else has gone through and what they're going through. But after sitting with them, even just helping them put the color on their palette and talking to them while they're doing their art, hearing their story, hearing what they're feeling, and just getting to know them, I feel like sharing that with people across the world brings so much more light to your organization, Love Without Borders, and can truly increase the amount of people who help, because any little thing, big or small, will help. And it's it's truly an amazing thing to give back. And I think it's a perfect opportunity for that.
So I think it's really great, honestly, that we are bringing back some of their paintings. I feel that, like Philomena said, we're bringing awareness to their situation. And like she said, also, some of us are aware that there are refugees, there's stuff going on, but we don't really understand it, comprehend it, or even see it to the extent that it really is unless you experience what we just did. So I think it's great that we're making this little, impact, I guess, just by bringing their paintings and showing them around, sharing a little bit of the story. I think is, a small impact, but it's bringing awareness and like just brings respect to their situation. And it's just great to help out, even if it's just bringing those with us back home.
I would like to say that I think that the art show is a wonderful opportunity to display what the refugees have done, bring their artwork to light. I think I like the statement that it's helping them, what that one of the students made, Philomena, about them being able to sustain themselves and um, receive income from the art work that they do. I received two paintings that I paid for last year. That was a direct result of trauma that the children had experienced coming from boats coming across the sea to get here to Greece. And I have it in my office, and it's a constant reminder of them, one, their struggles, two, and it's very humbling to be able to even receive that art and look at it each day. And like someone said, look at their names, put a name to the artwork. And it becomes very real that these are human beings going through humanitarian crisis, and we are just helping in a little small way to make someone's life a little more enriched. And so I feel complete gratitude. I am I'm thankful that we have this opportunity to partner with you, Kira, and Love Without Borders. And I thank you very much for the experience. And the students, I just want to say, were very stellar on this trip. They were very professional. They're young nursing students becoming socializing into being nurses, and I think they're going to make such an impact not only on a local and national level but internationally as well. And I'm very happy that we are addressing some health disparities, which is local, and global health disparities. Thank you.
And you were able to get a couple days here and there to explore Greece. What was it your first time here? And can you give us a few highlights about the Greek, uh, the people, the history?
This is my first time in Greece, like I said earlier, and it is phenomenal. The people are amazing. They're super friendly. They're very welcoming. It gives a very like spirited, homey feel. Like you feel like you're at home. The food is amazing. It's just like people are very gracious, very thankful. They're happy to see you. I don't think I've ever been to a place where I felt so welcome. Like a land that I've never been to before, where I felt so welcome. Really, really a phenomenal experience.
Yeah, I would say for me, I also felt the same way, and this is also my first time in Greece. Um, I when we first came here, I was kind of comparing this like Greece to Dominican Republic, only because the area that we were in, it felt so familiar to me. It felt like I was back in Dominican Republic. So that really made me feel at home. And then also the people were so sweet. And I would practice like have had still. I would be saying that all the time and like mispronouncing it. And they were so sweet. They would just say like, "Oh, like you're welcome," and just para calo, and then like saying good morning. They were just so friendly and so willing to like talk to us as well. They were so excited to see us as well. Um, so that really made my experience. I'm definitely coming back, hopefully as a chaperone next year, and hopefully every year after that as well.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think the Greek culture is very warm and welcoming. It is my first time here, and it was nice just being able to learn about a different culture. And just being here, eating different foods, visiting new places. I think everyone is just very nice, very friendly. There is a language barrier in some areas, but everyone is just very patient, very understanding, and I had a great experience, a great week, and I would definitely come again.
This was also my first time in Greece, and I must say that, like everyone said, it was very welcoming, but I feel like I came for the right reasons. Um, yes, enjoyed time with my friends and my professors, but just coming here knowing that like the children had some type of entertainment, something to make them feel like a kid despite of what they're going through was just really beautiful. And I feel like these things happen in the States, but not to the extent that it's happening here. So yeah, it was just a beautiful experience and I definitely see myself coming back.
This was also my first time in Greece. The culture was absolutely beautiful. The architecture, I really enjoyed walking the Acropolis. It was stunning. And I also had the privilege of being here for my 21st birthday. And and I'm so grateful that I got to spend the morning with the refugees. It was so heartwarming and humbling and the best gift I could have gotten. So I'm feeling very blessed.
So we do a lot of projects with Love Without Borders and children. And we had one day where we brought about 3 families from the refugee camp. We brought them in to paint. Can you give us something memorable that you learned or experienced when you were with one of the children?
Um, One interaction that really stuck out to me was yesterday morning. We were making bracelets with some of the refugee children, and as the kids were walking over, we were smiling and waving them on to come sit with us. And this little girl came and sat next to me, and the first thing she said was that she wanted to make a bracelet for me, and I was just so touched because she could have just decided to make one for herself, and she wanted to make one for someone else. I was just so impressed and heartwarmed by that.
I think one of the things that brought me the most joy being with the children was, we all said this a bunch of times, but just seeing the children have an opportunity to be children without fear, just being able to de-stress, meet new people, have a nice time making bracelets or painting a canvas or even listening to music and just eating, just having good company that felt good and safe and fun. It was beautiful to see the kids be able to just be. And that was a beautiful thing that I liked.
Yeah, I would say adding on to that, just seeing them have at least 1 hour or like two of just normalcy, I feel like that was the biggest impact for me because I got to see all of them really just embrace the whole thing and just being kids, just making bracelets. It honestly felt like we were all just sitting at Bryant Park in a picnic and all just like, haha, like dilly dallying, just making friendship bracelets for each other. And that was just so heartwarming. And like one of the kids that I was sitting next to, she was the most sweetest girl on the planet. She reminded me of myself when I was around her age. And just seeing her be so lively and so interactive and just so sweet and so special, it just really touched me.
I think one of the things that I'm never going to forget from this experience was, as faculty, we kind of like, we're there to support students. So we really want students to have the biggest interaction in terms of art with the children. Towards the end, when one of the little girls like literally stopped, turned around, looked at me, sought me out, and gave me the biggest hug ever. I'll never forget squeezing her so tight and making sure she felt that warmth and that love that exuded from all of us. I think that was very impactful to see kids just be kids and just to see pure joy on their face.
So this is our last day together, and we're a little sad to see you guys leave. um, but in the challenges of this world, everybody's asking right now, how can we help? What can I do? And I think when you look around the world, whether you're doing something in your community, something in your school, something for your family or your friend, that's enough. Don't get overwhelmed. Just start small and keep those small acts of kindnesses flowing. Thank you so much to Hofstra University, all the faculty, all the students. We're so, so thankful to have collaborated with you this week. Thank you.
Thanks,